Hey guys, Alex here. Thank you so much for joining me for today's at-home full-body Pilates workout. Today is a powerful Pilates session. You're going to be toning, stretching, strengthening, and sculpting your entire body. This workout does include a warm-up and a cool-down, and I've included the use of ankle weights to really step up the intensity for the workout. You can do the entire workout weightless if you'd prefer. So let's go ahead and get right into our warm-up. We're going to start in a cross-leg position down on the mat. You can kneel if that's more comfortable for you. We're going to bring the arms overhead and start circling them down and back. Lift those arms and circle them down and back. Now as you do so, I want you to get into your Pilates breathing pattern, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. As you lengthen through those fingers and mobilize the shoulders. For 3 and 2 and final 1. Nicely done. Now from here we're going to lift the arms up and twist to the right, looking out over right shoulder. Lift and twist to the left. Good. Alternating sides. I'd like you to sit up really nice and tall as you do this. Lengthening through the spine, mobilizing the thoracic spine, and working into those shoulders and stretching into the neck area. Good. Let's go 3 and 2 and 1. Come to center. From here, we're going to mobilize the abdominal wall. So we're sitting up nice and tall, pressing into the backs of the thighs. Inhale to C, curve back, and exhale, pull belly in toward the spine to restack the vertebrae. Inhale and exhale. Inhale to curve. Exhale, really engage the abdominal wall as you lift. So we're mobilizing the spine, engaging the core. Inhaling and exhaling. Come back, this time float the hands, palms facing in, and continue to roll up. Good. Lower back and belly to spine to lift. Keep those shoulders down away from the ears. Focusing on that abdominal engagement for 3 and 2 and final 1. I want you to come back, lift the arms up, and fold over the lower body. Breathing deeply in through the nose and out through the mouth for 3 and 2 and 1. Great work. Let's come down into an all fours position. And from here, we're going to curl the toes and pike the hips up toward the ceiling. Lift those hips nice and high, and then come forward into a high plank, shoulders over wrists. Pike up, scooping navel in, and come forward, powering up through those shoulders, nice flat line with the body. Let's go 5, 4, 3, stretch and lengthen for 2, and final 1. Stretch, lower the knees down to the mat, take them nice and wide, and sink back into child's pose for 3 and 2 and 1. Amazing work. Now from here, I'm going to cuff my ankle weights on my hands, and I'm going to bring myself down onto the mat, lowering the belly down onto the floor, taking the legs about hip distance apart, and stretching and lengthening the arms out in front. Chest is hovered above the floor, gaze is on the mat, spine is long. We're going to lift the right arm and the left leg and lower. Lift the left arm and opposite leg. Good. Alternating sides. Reaching to opposite ends of the room with the fingers and the toes. Contracting the shoulder as you lift the arm up. Gently lifting the chest a little bit higher, but keeping the gaze down on the mat as we elevate the arm and the leg up. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there. We're going to pick up the pace, switching the arms and the legs in the air, swimming. Hover the chest a little bit higher. Lift, 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 pumping those arms and legs up and down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Nice work. Hover the palms up off the floor, hover the chest, and now pull the elbows back. Inhale, lower, just hover, and exhale, pull back, knitting your upper back muscles together. Inhale and exhale. Give it a lot of energy as you pull back. Strengthening the back, strengthening the arms. For 4, pull back with force and energy. For 3, last 2, and final 1. Pull back, lift up, and bring yourself into a kneeling position. Amazing work. From here, we're going to continue to strengthen the arms. So I'd like you to take the arms out in front and start pulsing up and down with those arms. Pressing those palms down toward the mat. Spine is nice and tall here. Spine is in neutral and the shoulders are down away from the ears. Pulsing it out. Imagine you are pressing something down toward the mat with your palms. Imagine the air is thick, moving with resistance. Good. Keep pulsing, keep those shoulders down, keep the neck long. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the arms overhead. Now from here, we're going to turn the palms so that they're facing away and push down. Lift up and push down. Lift up with those arms and push down. Again, moving with resistance. Imagining moving through thick air or mud, wet concrete. Pressing down with force and power. That's what's going to help to sculpt those arms. Good work. Breathing deeply in through the nose and out through the mouth. Even with light weights like these, you can still feel the work and get great results. For 3 and 2, working those shoulders. And final 1, we're gonna pause with the arms at shoulder height and just pulse. Pulse, 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 pressing down with power and energy. Tightening through the core for stability, lengthening through the neck. Keeping those shoulders down away from the ears as we pulse. You're doing so well, keep it up. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax it down. Amazing work. Now from here, I'm going to focus on the backs of the arms. So I'd like you to hinge forward. You can stand if that's more comfortable for you. If you're stood, your feet are hip distance apart. We're going to turn the palms so they're facing up. Arms are long and straight, and we're pulsing. Slowly, pulse, hold, lift and hold. So as you hold at the top of the lift, I want you to really focus on contracting your back muscles and squeezing the backs of the arms, holding for a split second and then lowering, keeping the arms strong and straight the entire time. Pulse up, hold, good. Keep the neck in line with the spine, core is tight. Lift and hold and lower. Lift and hold. You're doing so well. Keep breathing. For 5, 4, nice long fingers. 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there. Lengthen through the spine, lengthen through the fingers, and pulse. Pulse the palms upward. Keep those arms pulled back behind you. Try not to let them splay out to the side too much, really focusing on those upper back muscles and those triceps doing the work here. Keep pulsing, get that burn on. Good. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing work. Now from here, we're going to bring ourselves down onto the mat. I'm gonna keep the ankle weights cuffed around my hands for these moves. Again, if it's too much or if your arms are really tired, you can get rid of them and do this weightless. From here, I'm gonna take my palms overhead, palms facing up toward the ceiling. We're gonna curl and crunch up, resting head on top of the shoulders, and then lift into a bridge, pressing up through the heels. Good, curl and crunch up, and then lift into a bridge. Now, as you lift into your bridge, I want you to tuck your tailbone so you're not overextending your spine. Imagining a corset tightening around your waist as you press up, keeping everything nice and tight, keeping the lumbar spine protected, core engaged. Good. Curl and crunch up, hold, and then lift those hips. Nice work. And lift those hips. For 4, pressing low back into the mat as you curl and crunch up. Last 2. Final set. And we're gonna come up and hold here. Now from this position, we're gonna turn the palms so they're facing in. We're going to bring the knees up, and we're going to extend the right arm, extend the right leg, and then switch, switch, switch. Lengthening through the toes and the fingers, working the arms and the core. If it's too much with head, neck, and shoulders lifted, you're gonna lower them down. Otherwise, keep the head rested on top of the shoulders and move with power and energy here. Slicing through the air with those fingers. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your right leg, lower your left leg. Take your arms overhead. We're going right into our rollover here. So we're going to peel up, reach and stretch, and fold over. Either roll all the way down to the mat or part way. If it's too much for you to come all the way up from the mat, you can do a half version. Otherwise, all the way down and all the way up, using those upper abs and then using your lower abs the whole way down. Good. Lift and fold over. Tighten the lower abs in as you lower down with control. Lift, stretch, and lengthen. Good work. Try not to swing up or flop down. You're moving down with control, abs engaged, and peeling up, using your upper ab strength rather than momentum to get yourself up off the mat. Good. We've got 3. Belly in, core engaged the whole way down. For 2. And final 1. We're gonna come up, lift, stretch and lengthen. Hold it there for a moment for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good work. Now I'm going to transfer the weights onto the ankles. Regulating the breath as we do this transition. Breathing deeply in through the nose and out through the mouth. Great work. Going to lower down to the mat, 1 vertebra at a time. And from here, we're going to bring the knees in toward the chest. Now, from here, you can keep head, neck, and shoulders down, or you can lift them up into a crunch. We're going to extend arms and legs in opposite directions. Inhale, and exhale to bring them back in. Inhale, extend, exhale, bring the knees back in. So extend and tighten the core to bring the knees and the arms back in. Good. Lengthen through toes and fingers, abs in to bring the legs in. Really focusing on the center of the abs, drawing down toward the spine as you hug everything in close. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and bring it in. Nice work. Now from here, we're going to lower the feet down onto the floor and move into crisscross. You can either do the variation, which looks like this, keeping feet flat on the floor, or you can move into the full variation with alternating legs extending. Good. Pick your level of challenge and get right into it. Making every repetition count by pressing your low back down onto the mat, rotating around the rib cage and keeping those elbows nice and wide as you switch from side to side, working into that waistline, sculpting those obliques. Keep pointing through the toes between each crossover. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering down. We're going to continue to work the obliques. So I'd like you to extend your right leg out long, extend your arms overhead, palms come together. We're going to lift the right leg and cross over. Lift the right leg and cross over. Lifting your left shoulder blade up off the floor. Good. Really challenging yourself by keeping your lower back pressing into the mat. Let's go 10, lift a bit higher. 9, 8, you've got this. 7, working that core. Let's go 4 and 3, nice strong straight leg. For 2 and final 1, lower down, switching sides, extending left leg, keeping the hands in that prayer position and crossing over. Inhaling and exhaling to cross over. Working that waistline, pressing low back into the mat. Really strong here. Lifting that right shoulder blade right up off the mat. Good, let's go 4 and 3, lift up a bit higher. For 2 and final 1, and relax it down. Good, now from here, keeping those hands in a prayer position. Options, you're either coming up and widening the legs into a V and then closing the legs and bringing them back together. Otherwise, you're going to extend the legs fully, widen them into a V, and then close them back together. So bent in tabletop or extended, let's go. Lifting up, tightening the core, and lowering head, neck, and shoulders. Lifting up, good. Widening the legs and then drawing them back together. Imagining a seam running up through the middle of your body. Tightening your core, lifting and working your pelvic floor. For 4, I know it's tough. 3, for 2, and final 1, and gently relax it down. Let's take the right hand over the right knee, left hand over the left knee, and just circle those knees in opposite directions, massaging the low back on the mat. Amazing job with that core work. We're now going to focus our attention on our glutes and thighs. So I'd like you to roll over onto your side body. I've got my right leg on top. I'm lengthening through my toes here, stacking the hips, knees, and ankles, and piking forward, bringing those feet slightly forward on the mat. From here, I'm lifting the top leg up and flexing to lower. Lifting and flexing to lower. Lift that leg and drive down through the heel. I'm keeping my core really switched on as I do so. Good, that'll help with stability, so that we're not rocking around in the torso, but rather isolating this work in the lower body. Let's take one more, bring it up, hold just higher than shoulder height, and circle that top leg forward, creating basketball-sized circles in the air, keeping that right shoulder down away from the ear. Good work. Let's go 3 and 2 and 1. Hold it there, reverse directions for 10, 9, 8. Good, lengthening through that toe, imagining your toe like a pencil in the air for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there. Now float the leg at about shoulder height and lift, lift, lift. lift. Little continuous pulse lifts in the air. Good, you're doing so well. Relax those shoulders, keep it up. Keep those hips stacked, one on top of the other for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax it down. Whew, that burnt in the side, booty, gluteus medius area. We're now going to switch sides. So coming into an all fours position, focusing on the left side now, giving the right side a bit of a rest. We're gonna bend the left knee, broaden across the shoulders. So you're pushing the mat away and then lift. Tap the knee to the floor and lift. Now I want you to really focus on squeezing the glutes at the top of every lift. So squeeze that bum and lower knee. Squeeze that bum and lower. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here. Extend the leg and then hamstring curls with a pointed toe. Good. Contracting those hamstrings as you pull the heel back toward the bum. Let's go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold with a bent leg, and we're gonna pulse. Little controlled pulses here. Pushing that big toe up toward the ceiling. Keeping those hips square with the mat, keeping those shoulders broad. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax it down. Amazing work. Switching onto the side body. Right leg below, left leg on top. Hinging forward from the hips, coming into that pike. Setting yourself up with really good form, supported head, nice long neck. We're lifting that top leg up, flexing to lower. Lift, flex to lower. Lift, flex to lower. So lengthening through the toes and then lengthening through the heel on your way down. Finding as much length as possible, moving with resistance as you push that heel back down. Let's go 4, 3, last 2, and final 1. Lift that leg up and start circling forwards. Really tighten through the core here. It'll help with stability. Breathe into these challenging circles. Keep that leg elevated for 2 and 1. Circle backwards. Breathe through it. I know these are really tough, but they're super effective in sculpting your glutes, thighs, and hips. Let's go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down to hip height. Point through those toes, anchor down through that lower leg, and pulse. Breathing deeply as you pulse that top leg up and down with resistance. Let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Amazing work. Let's get into our all fours position and work the glutes on the right side, focusing on the gluteus maximus now. Wrists below the shoulders, knees below the hips. Bend that right knee and lift and squeeze. Now the squeeze and the hold at the top is really important, especially as we're just moving on to this side. We really want to make sure that we're building that mind muscle connection with that right gluteus maximus muscle, ensuring that it's really firing as we lift and lower. Good for 2. And final 1, extend the leg out long and then move into those hamstring curls. Again, really focusing on contracting the hamstring as you pull the heel back toward the bum. Make every repetition count. We're not here for a long time, so make it really purposeful. 3 and 2 and 1. Hold it there, moving into those pulses. Pulsing that big toe up toward the ceiling. Squeezing those glutes, powering up through those shoulders, tightening the core. Good, let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax it down. Take your knees nice and wide. Stretch back into child's pose, breathing and lengthening through the spine for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing work. We're going to remove the ankle weights and stretch out the glutes. Lowering down onto the mat. Crossing your left leg over your right, interlacing your fingers behind your right thigh, and hugging that right knee in. Breathing deeply. Hugging that knee in a little bit closer, stretching the glutes for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides, right over left. Hug that knee in, lengthen through the spine, relax shoulders and face muscles. Enjoying that lengthening in the glute area, hugging it in a little bit closer for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing the soles of the feet together, splaying the knees out to the sides, and just really drawing the insides of the feet together and drawing the outside edges of the feet in toward the midline of the body. Pressing your lumbar spine down onto the mat, lengthening through the neck, relaxing the shoulders for 3, 2, and 1. Lower the feet down to the floor, stretch the legs out long. Take your hands on either side of your body, fingers turned out, and just stretch and extend through the spine, stretching through the abdominal wall. Pressing that chest forward, lifting that chin for 3, 2, and 1. Bring yourself to a cross-leg position. Lift your shoulders up by your ears, inhale, and exhale, rolling them down and back for 3, and 2, and final 1. Amazing work. Thank you so much for joining me. That was quick, challenging, and effective. I hope you enjoyed the moves, and I look forward to working out with you again next time. If you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks so much for your support. Have a great day.